All right, y'all, Fuzzy Biker here at the mighty metropolis of Marnie, Iowa, Baxter Cycle. Look what they got laid out for us today. Well, hey, this looks real familiar. It should. I own a bike just like this, but different. So it's a 650 Royal Enfield 650 Super Meteor. But this one, it's the same color as mine, black. But this one has got a fairing, these nifty mirrors. It's got these crash bars, the wide foot pegs like I have, this little backrest here. But what I really want to show you are these AEW slip-on pipes. The big difference, they're a lot wider in the back, and you know what? They don't look like they have baffles in them. Can you hear them? Hey, let's go through Exhaust Pipe Alley. Wahoo! We got sand and dirt everywhere. Let's see what kind of a spin around I can do without falling. Oh yeah, the sound is excellent. I like it. You know what? We're going the wrong way. Let's turn around. Boy, it does sound good. Oh, look at all this sand and dirt and gravel. Oh man, it's bad. If you're in the market for a new or used Royal Enfield, Triumph, classic British bike of any type, get yourself over here to Baxter Cycle in the mighty metropolis of Marnie, Iowa. Those guys can help you out. Oh, it sounds good. Beautiful, beautiful. Me gusta mucho. I believe this bike has a 1500 millimeter wheelbase. That's about 59 inches, I believe. 58, 59 inches. Let's go with 59. Hey, let's do a quick spin test right here. Again, the roads are covered in dirt and sand, so I'm not going to really push it tight. Oh yeah, we are pushing it tight. Alrighty, did well. Now let's listen to that sound. Very good pickup. Very good pickup. I like it. Let's make our way up here into South Marnie. Like I said, sand everywhere. I do like the fairing, the way it looks. I wish it had a taller windshield. I wonder if you can get that as an add-on. MK Design fairing, by the way. Oh, this thing really picks up. I think it does. I think those pipes do add some power. I like that. A friend of ours, Dante, he has these same pipes on his Super Meteor. Look at this, turn, 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 turn. And when he shows up, we can hear him from a block away. I think it does help with the pickup. Very impressive. This bike has a 320 millimeter disc brake on the front, dual piston briberies. On the rear, it's got a 300 millimeter dual piston bribery on the rear too. I think the brakes are excellent. Of course, we're on sand and sand and muck here, so we got to be careful. Has a very good, makes a beautiful song, sings a beautiful song. Let's do the spin test here, the hill spin test. Da da da. Here we go. This gravel is going to get me, my friends. I am very leery of it. Okay, we did it. Hey, if you're ever in the mighty metropolis of Marnie, Iowa, get yourself up here to the Derailed Grill right there as I edge my way across this gravel. Try the Wahoo burger. Excellent burger. There's no traction control in this motorcycle. We did have a little bit of wheel spin there. I do like these mirrors. They seem a little farther out compared to mine. I might have to get those. I do like the pipes though, my gosh. I think they also make this AEW system and from the head all the way back system. In other words, cat delete. Let's try let's take it on the road for a minute. We'll just go out a mile or so. I want to see how the wind blows over that fairing. I believe seat height on this hot rod is 29.5 inches. I think it's 765 or maybe 785 millimeters. I'll put that down below right here. I love the way this thing rides. I own one of these and I got about 3,500 miles on it. It does not sound anywhere as good as this one does. I think this one's quicker. Weight on something like this is about 530 pounds. I'll put the kilograms down below. Front tire is a 19. I believe the rear tire is the 18. Yeah, I don't want to turn there. That's muck. Muckety muck, muck, muck. It's got inverted forks on the front, 43 millimeter inverted forks. The front end is very light handling. It's a very good feel on the front. That's one of the things I like about this particular bike. Look at that, huh? Just kind of twisting her way through there. Acceleration is fabulous. The pipes help, I guarantee it. Beautiful day for a motorcycle ride. I think it's supposed to get up to 50 today. Look at all that snow and ice over yonder. Hey, let's head down to Motorcycle Park. If there's no ice and snow down there, we'll see what we can learn. Hey, can you hear that rumble? Check it out. Those big old, I mean, look how large those outlets are on the back end. That was really, what a sound, what a sound. Let's give it a little juice here. Those are AEW pipes. Baxter Cycle sells those. They're slip-ons. I like it. And I do believe they help the performance. I really do. What a hot rod, huh? Again, it's a Royal Enfield Super Meteor 650. It's got the 648cc air-cooled, oil-cooled, parallel twin, single-head overhead cam, 4 valves per cylinder. Quite a hot rod, huh? Check out the size of that radiator. Oil cooler, I should say. Got the beautiful 6-speed transmission. I've got one of these. I've got about 3,500 miles on it. Every mile is just pure joy. And I think I did 270 miles on mine yesterday. I'll probably be doing another 400 or 500 miles on it this week. Just an absolutely comfortable motorcycle. I love the seat, this nice wide seat. That's one of the reasons I bought it. When I got mine, the shocks were in the lowest setting, and I put them up 2 notches to get a good ride. Look at the size of that rear brake. 300 millimeter brake on the back. Dual piston bi-breeze, 2 pistons on that. Mag wheels. Check out those wheels. I like these wheels because they've got a heavy spoke and a thin spoke, so it's 10 spokes, but you know, 5 are heavy, 5 are light. Inverted forks, 43 millimeter. Got this guard to cover the forks. These are Showa forks, by the way. Absolutely gorgeous forks, and the handling is superb. What that does is it gets the amount of mass that's actually moving, reduces that, and you can actually feel it in the way it rides. 320 millimeter disc on the front, ABS front and back, by the way. Isn't that neat? Dual piston bi-breeze again. I like it. Seat height is about 29.5 inches. Just check that out. Wheelbase is about 59 inches, 1,500 millimeters. What's really neat about this bike, beyond the styling and the power and all that neat stuff, by the way, it's 47 horsepower, 39 foot-pounds of torque, that's 53 newton meters. What's really neat about it, though, is the styling, the Cruiser S styling, and the add-ons that they put on this one. So they put this MK design fairing on here. Really neat. I don't know, it does a little bit of wind control, but I think the windshield's a little short for me anyway. They've got these Royal Enfield mirrors which sit out farther. Mine are about here somewhere. These are out here farther, and I like that. Of course, they added these larger foot pegs. It's a forward control bike. Something interesting on this one is this parcel rack that they put back here. They have this in black as well, but I think having it this color is better. I mean, look at this, black here, chrome up here, Same here, this is a black tank. Got this silver up here. And by the way, speaking of the tank, isn't that just gorgeous? Kind of a teardrop shaped tank, wide teardrop. And then look at this gas cap. It's a metal gas cap, by the way. Look at that, huh? Stays on there so you don't have to worry about losing it. Yeah. Oh, here's an add-on too. They put this on here. That's a very cosmetic add-on, but nice. I like that. That's a nice touch, really cleans it up. You can also get bar risers here if you want. Here you can see the Showa on the tops of the forks. Me gusta mucho. Just look at that thing. I love the way they've done the back end. This bike kind of has a foot in the past and also a foot in the future. It's got this very classic looking rear end and, the bulbous lines and all that neat stuff. But yet it's got inverted forks and all LED lighting, and I think, very modern in that sense. I just love everything about it. Like I said, I have one of these, and it's just an absolute dream to own. Got the crash bars on here. They put those on this one, Royal Enfield branded. Me gusta. Let's take a look at the controls on this hot rod. So jumping up here, I'll start with the clutch lever. So I have a Royal Enfield Classic, and it's got these really nifty levers, and I've called them the best levers you can get. Well, these are just like those, but they're larger and they're adjustable. You can use this knob here to increase or reduce this distance right here. It's just a small amount, but it's there. This is an information button for the dash. We'll talk about that in a minute. Flash to pass, low beam, high beam, blinkers, of course, and then the horn. Jumping over here, it's the kill switch, the run switch, start switch is a rocker, and then the hazard lights, and gas right here, and of course another adjustable brake lever. And something kind of neat about these brake levers and clutch levers is they work really well with these grips. Look at that, Royal Enfield, they've got the barrel shape. Those are kind of a copy of years gone by. There was a company called Amel or Amal, and that's the shape they had with their grips. And this is kind of a mimic to that time. So like I said, a foot in the past, you know. Jumping up here, here's the future, the Showa forks, for instance, and the analog with LED here, and then the tripper right here. So looking at this, you've got a analog gauge on the outside. I call this the Oculus because of the center eye right here. And then here you've got an LED that's about 1.5 inches across. There's a fuel gauge across the top. There's an always visible clock, an always visible gear indicator, so you always know what gear you're in, 6 gears on this bike. And down here is the odometer. And using this button over here that we talked about earlier, you can go from trip A to trip B back to odometer. That's how that works. There is an alternator light, and there is an oil pressure light as well. ABS, neutral, engine light, all that neat stuff. And this is a trip meter you can use with your Royal Enfield app, and it'll give you turn-by-turn directions. Very nice system. Just look at how this is just so well finished, you know. Not just a big chunk of hunk something there. It's just really well done, you know. They've taken the time. That's something I got to say about Royal Enfield. I discovered them. I bought my first one about 3 years ago. And what I've learned is that they just, every year they get better. Every year they do something a little more, you know. They just increase their quality. Like, you know, look at this here. You know, beautiful line through here, right? Then look at this nice bulbous cover here. This little chrome plate right there. There's no reason for that, but they put it there. Very nice looking, you know. Swing arm in the back, chain drive, of course. Nifty motorcycle. Very good lines. I like it. So 3 things you should really know about a Royal Enfield. One is the cost. You know, $7,500 for a bike like this in stock form. I think this one's $8,500 with all the goodies on it. 3-year unlimited mile warranty, and that's one of the reasons I bought a bike just like this, because I intend to ride a lot of 600, 700, 800 mile days, and I am just going to load this thing up. My goal is to put 30,000 miles on mine this year. So low cost of entry with a great warranty. Next is the maintenance. You know, I did the valve adjustment on mine, oil change. Oil filter's right there. You pop the seat off, the tank off, this comes off, and all your valves are right there. There's 8 valves. Very easy to get to. I did the whole thing in a couple hours, and that was my first time. You know, it went very well. And all the other maintenance is easy too. You know, the chain, everything. Everything is, I think the Indian market, these are made in India, expects that kind of serviceability. So if you do it yourself, it's easy. If you hire it done, it should be lower cost. Very good. The next thing is the availability of aftermarket components, like this fairing, or these mirrors, or the foot guards, or the pipes, you know, or that back bracket, you know, all these things. That Royal Enfield made almost 1 million bikes last year, and there are companies in existence that all they do is produce parts for Royal Enfield motorcycles. Isn't that amazing? And so there's all kinds of options on the market that you can do to customize these things, and Royal Enfield really encourages that. I mean, you know, I love it. I love these pipes too. I might just have to get myself a set of those. I just have to decide if I can live with the extra loudness, you know. If y'all are interested in something like this, or new or used Royal Enfield Triumph, classic British bike of any type, need parts, accessories, gear, boots, gloves, doodads, thingamajigs, whatever it is, get yourself down here to Baxter Cycle in the mighty metropolis of Marnie, Iowa, right off Interstate 80, the west side of Iowa. Or go to baxtercycle.com. Make sure you tell those folks that Fuzzy Biker sent you. Now, if it's a nice day where y'all are at, it's a nice day here. Get yourself out there and ride, my friend. I'm going to go do the same. Wahoo!